Greetings, everyone, and hello again from David from the Blue Max Band. Wanted to share some info with you this evening. We've got 2 or 3 pictures to show you and go over some of the personnel and the personnel changes that took place. First of all, I want to say thank you to everyone over all these years that I've played music with. It's been a blessing and a joy, and I really do thank you. I'll touch on the Esquires, where it all started again around the 7th, 8th grade. Myself, David Carey, John Henderson. We were the main two that barely knew how to play guitar. Classmate Robert Schaub had a little drum set, and he joined us for a while. So the Esquires played a little bit, and we had a lot of fun doing it. When we reached the 9th, 10th, and 11th grade, we had a name change. And the Esquires became the Light Sound Dimension, quote the LSD, I guess. So we changed that name, and the players were David Carey on the drums, Steve Jones guitar, David Kennedy bass, and John Henderson on guitar. So he played a little while with the Light Sound Dimension. And we played a while and did some local dances and parties, things of that nature. That's what was available to us back then. But during that, right before that time, I had switched and became a drummer. I had learned guitar somewhat, but there was an older group of guys who always played around Guthrie. There were several bands, but he let me come over and play his drum kit many times, and man, did I fall in love with playing drums, and I did it ever since. So from the Light Sound Dimension, we were around, maybe the 11th, 12th grade. Our name changed again. We became the Frozen Revolution, whatever that meant. I don't know where that came from. But again, that band consisted of David Carey, me on the drums, Steve Jones on guitar, David Kennedy on bass, Rocky Burton, who became our lead singer, and Bruce Jacobs. And Bruce was a classmate who was in band, and he played trumpet. And Chicago was just out and really big, and we wanted to play some Chicago songs. We didn't have all 3 horns that they have, but Bruce did a great job on playing Chicago when we did that. Again, there was a lot of parties and dances at that time. Dances were big when we were very young and going through junior high and high school. Probably not so much today. So, the 12th grade, we became Blue Max, and with David Carey, Rocky Burton, Steve Jones, Bill Burns, David Kennedy, John Gillette. Rocky Burton left at some point, and so did David Kennedy, and that's where our classmate John Gillette came in and played bass. And he played through high school and into college with us. So, of course, after that, after the college, a couple of years, we didn't play anymore. And then when we got back together in about a year, it was just Bill and me and John Henderson, Bill Burns. Unfortunately, I hate to say, Bill Burns passed away many years ago of a heart attack, and boy, we sure do miss him. But that band went on to record and rehearse for almost 2 years before we left to go to Hollywood to do our thing out there. We were fortunate enough to be able to record an album, but we never got it pressed, or we never got signed as a band. Bill was a great little songwriter. Man, he practiced so much and wrote great pop songs, and which those are the ones I'm leaving you to listen to at the end of these videos. So there's more info after that. Briefly, after the Boys and the Light, later in years, I played with my sons for 14 years. We'll get into that later. And now, as I'm older, I play by myself at little venues. So there's a lot more to come. And of course, we've got a lot more video of that because the cameras came into play and recording videos, and so we'll be sharing a lot of that as these months go by. So let me share with you briefly. If you remember, the picture's not too good. We'll get it up here. This is John Henderson and me, David Carey, and this is Bill Burns, which passed away many years ago. But John and I started it with the Esquires, and this is the three of us that became the Boys and the Light after Blue Max, and went on to LA to record and play. Then the original Blue Max from around high school days. Again, here is Steve Jones, Bill Burns, myself, David Carey, and David Kennedy. And this little band was together a long, long time. And now we are back together again, see my hat, as Blue Max. And we're all together except Bill, and we miss him a lot. I did find an old band picture of us playing, I think it was a senior prom somewhere, but with John Gillette. And here we go. Get this in here, well, without the light shining on it. Here's Steve Jones. There's me, David Carey, on the drums with Blue Max on it. Bill Burns and John Gillette. I'm going to try to get a hold of him, John, and see if he'll do us a short video, give us his rundown on being with the Blue Max for a lot of years. And of course, Rocky Burton, who was the lead singer for a while, he said he'd be glad to get together and visit and tell about his time as a singer for Blue Max. So anyway, I'm going to leave some songs with you. They will be called Not a Girl Like You. These were all written by Bill. Love Me Enough. Well, when you get to that one, that's yours truly singing. I don't think I could ever sing that high again, but that's an awful high song to sing. But it's a good rock tune. And then a song called I Never See You. It's a great song written by Bill Burns and has a great message. Really like it a lot. And it even applies to today because we never get to see Bill anymore. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Listen to the songs. You have 3 off of that LP album that we did. On the first video, you have 3 there, and now we'll upload these 3, and you'll have 6 of those. You probably don't want to listen to the Esquire songs because those are pretty horrendous. One little microphone on a little tape player in a room with 7th graders who don't even know hardly how to play. So after you listen to one, you probably don't want to listen to the rest of them. But David Kennedy takes care of all that and uploads all these videos and songs. And he put stock videos because we didn't have any pictures of the Esquires back in those days. So anyway, thanks for being here with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.